Okay, thanks for purchasing the Peel Away kit. So as you see in your kit, it's going to have the Peel Away cream, and also you're going to have about 15 face mask. You can cut into smaller pieces to do little sections, or you can cut it into 3 big sections to do the whole full face. And also that when you get your tube, and sometimes depending on the weather, if it's cold, the cream tends to get a little bit hard because one of the main ingredient is gelatin. So what you can also do is you can put in a hot cup of water. I just got hot water, and all I do is just put my tube upside down for a few minutes, and I'm gonna place it for like 2-3 minutes. After 2-3 minutes, you're gonna take it out of your tube, out of your cup. All you're gonna do is just open your tube up and see how easy it comes out from your tube. So as you can see that it's just a little bit, it's kind of hard, so I'm just going to soak it just a little bit longer. So don't worry, the cream is, it's not bad. It expires within 3 years from your purchase date, and it also has expiration date on your tube also, as you can see here, February 2015. So you just keep soaking into your hot cup of water and wait till it gets a creamy, not too runny but not too thick, just right. Okay, so before we start doing the Peel Away on the full face, we're going to cut it in 3 sections. The reason why it's better to cut in 3 sections is that you want a smooth attachment to the cream, because any wrinkle in your mask can produce air pockets and air bubbles, which won't, give you the maximum results. So I'm just going to cut my mask into 3 sections. This is going to be the lower chin. Always prep yourself before you do the application so that it runs smoothly. So this is section, the chin. This is towards the middle section is the nose. You can also get the upper lip too, unless they have lip hair. If they don't wax their lip hair, you don't probably want to do over the lip hair. It might, hurt a little bit. So as you see here, I already cut my mask into 3 sections, preparation for my Peel Away. Okay, so as you can see, my model here, her forehead has a little bit of blackhead here, and you see her nose. This is what you consider blackhead is. You see that, all that blackhead here, and you can also see that it kind of spreads into her little cheeks here also. Okay, this is what whiteheads will look like. As you can see here, just a little bit of blackheads also. You can see that her pores are a little bit enlarged. So by doing the Peel Away, removing blackheads and whiteheads and dead skin. Okay, now next what we're going to do is the preparation of a hot towel. Basically this product is a very awesome product to also combine with the facial using a steam and also exfoliation. But here we're going to actually use a hot towel because you can actually give a little quick of a mini facial without having to do a full facial. I'm just going to make sure that my towel is not too hot. So all you're going to do is get a towel and fold it in half in a long. And then I'm going to take this folded part here, just like this. I'm going to put it on her chin. I'm going to hold here at the chin here. I'm going to take my other piece and wrap it overlapping her whole face here. Still holding at the chin. I'm going to take the other hand and wrap it up like this also. It looks more professional like this, and also remember it has a little hole here so that she can breathe. Remember that to make sure that it doesn't cover completely, that you kind of can breathe in, plus it feels really good. You can stroke her up a little bit. And depending on her skin and how heavy or how dry her skin is, you can actually steam it one more time. And also while you're steaming, before you steam, you always want to look at the skin and also examine, does she have thin skin, or using any type of acne products, bleaching creams, any peels, chemical peels. Basically, you cannot do a Peel Away on any client that's been doing any type of acne treatment, and also any type of a chemical peel or anything that's very strong and abrasive and invasive to the skin. You don't want to do that because they are doing a treatment on the skin. Okay, so basically I had took my tube peel away out of my hot cup. So you just want to squeeze. You see how easily it's coming out? And this is how the consistency you want. Not too runny and not too thick. Okay, so this is how you want the cream to be. So next we're about to start is once the towel cools down, we're going to start to apply the peel away. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and apply on her forehead first. So remember, we need to apply in a circular motion. The trick is to apply in a circular motion. So I'm going to go rub it in real good in a circular motion. Remember, don't get her eyebrows. We don't want to remove eyebrows. In a circular motion. Okay, so now we're going to put the mask on, and make sure you smooth it out. You don't want to have any air bubbles. Okay, and during this process your client shouldn't talk either. So now I'm going to also put on her nose. I'm going to rub it in. The trick is to rub it in real good into the pores. So you want that cream, that peel away cream, to cling onto her skin and pull any blackheads and whiteheads out. Just rub it in, and make sure that you see this little orbital around her eyes here, and where her eye socket. You can't go above that because that's a very thin. That's the thinnest part of the face. So remember to avoid the peel away in this area here. Okay, because a lot of people like to put like anti-wrinkle creams and things like that around their eyes. So you don't want to put it in their orbital. This is called orbital right here, the bone right here. You're going to avoid those areas. Just going to rub it in real good. As you can see, she has a little bit here. A little bit of her cheeks. Just rub it in on the sides. Rub it in good in here. Okay, so now I'm going to put the middle section here. Make sure there's no air bubbles. This has to press down. Smooth it out. And also, you know, if they have a lot of blackheads and whiteheads around this sides of your nose, you can cut the extra pieces of fabric from a mask, and you can kind of like help you cover the two sides better if you like. But make sure you know, you don't cut your client now. So we're gonna cut the two sides, and I can put it right here to make sure, you know, get maximum coverage. Or, you know, if you're a little bit not too careful, you can cut your pieces ahead of time also. Make sure get the two sides of her nose real good. Because as you can see, my client here, I was viewing her earlier, she had a lot of blackheads on her nose and a little bit on her cheeks. So now we're going to have her chin. And remember, however her chin is, she has to keep it in that position. So if she's going to stretch it, she has to keep it in a stretched position. If she's going to leave it in a relaxed position, she has to keep it in a relaxed position. You don't want to keep moving your fabric because you don't want no air bubbles. The circular motion. Okay, let's put that here. Make sure the mask goes on nice and smooth. Make sure you compress. Make sure the mask compresses onto the cream. So as you can see, I took a whole full mask and cut into 3 sections, so it's easier. You see how easier when I cut into 3 pieces, how smooth it is. It was easier for me to get it onto her face and try to do one whole mask and, you know, try to adjust it, and then you pull on, and this, you know, it pulls this area up. So by doing 3 sections, as you can see, it's much easier. So now I'm gonna let her dry depending on her skin. If she's more sensitive, it's less than 10 minutes. If she's a little bit, you know, like, you know, she has a lot of blackheads, maybe like about 10 minutes. But the thing about it is that you can actually adjust and play around. The more you practice, the more you will learn how to handle your peel away. When should I peel her, or did I peel her sooner, or do I leave it on longer? You know, things like that. So you gotta learn how to play around with your peel away to learn that if you're gonna keep it on longer, or is she a client that I would remove sooner because she's more sensitive. And remember, you do not put a peel away on a client that's getting a service like a acne treatment. You know, also Retin-A. Accutane, retinol, clients who are doing microdermabrasions, peeling creams, things like that, lasers, any client that's doing some type of treatment for their skin, they cannot do the peel away until they're finished with the service and the skin is back at the normal state. Okay, and if any client have any contraindications, let them, you know, tell them ahead of time so that you can actually do the peel away, but also remove it sooner so that it's not so, you know, not so strong on the client. Okay, so when we peel away, remember we're going to go inwards, and then towards the middle section we're going to go upwards. So we'll pull this a little bit slowly. As you can see here, you can see a little bit of her blackheads and whiteheads. You see there? And if you look sideways in an angle, you can see all the blackhead on the strips. Okay, so now on the other side, I'm going to pull opposite. So we're going to go inwards. See all that blackheads? Okay. Leave her skin very smooth. See how clean that is? So now at the middle section, we're going to go upwards. I was pulling the skin. See all that blackheads and whiteheads came off? See? Okay, so now I'm going to go towards the cheeks area. As you say, slowly, carefully hold onto the skin here. You can see all the whiteheads on the mask, and I can see that we're going to her nose area. Slowly, I'm going to try to catch all the blackheads and whiteheads. As you see in the angle here, you see all that blackheads and whiteheads from her nose. So now we're going to go to the other side. So we're going to pull it inwards. Remember, inwards from the two sides, and then the middle section we're going to go upwards. Make sure you hold into the skin. See all these whiteheads she has here on the mask here. As you can see, whiteheads and blackheads in this angle here. So we can pull this up here too. See, these are the sides of her nose. See all that? Okay, so now we're going to pull inwards up. I'm going to hold on to her nose here. See all that whiteheads here? We just keep peeling it. Look at all this. Whiteheads, blackheads, and whiteheads. This is the cheeks, and this is the nose. As you can see, she still have more. That's because it's been a while. She hasn't do the peel away. Okay. So you can always come back and tell her come back in another couple weeks for another session. Okay, so now we're going to do the bottom area. I'm going to make sure you hold into the skin. You see there on the sides here, all these whiteheads here. Okay, and now we're going to go to the other side. We're going to peel upwards too. And in the middle, we're going to go upwards. See, that's all whiteheads from her chin. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a towel again, like just how we did before. We're going to wrap it onto the skin real quick. This way will be a faster way of removing it. So all I'm going to do is going to put my two hands in my sleeve here, just like this, and then I'm going to brush it upwards, lightly, removing any excess cream that's left over behind. Lightly, remember. Okay, same thing, very lightly. Okay, so I see as how glowy her skin is. Okay, so after I did the peel away, I also used witch hazel and close up her pores and also put a moisturizer for her skin. So now we're going to do a zoom up shot. After doing the peel away, you can see how after her skin looks. As you can see earlier, you can see that her forehead, you see how her earlier had blackheads. So now we look close to her nose. You see how clear it is? Her skin has that glow. You see that? Beautiful. What a difference. Gives your face a nice glow. Look how nice and shiny she looks in the glow. Okay, so as you can see, this is from her forehead. Okay, it does some look like hair in this hair, but if you can see the one that with a thicker base, like in this up in this area here, you can see that's of course blackheads. Okay, this is from her forehead, and that's the middle part of her forehead, so you can see that's more of a blackhead. Okay, now we're gonna up to her nose area. This is her cheek area. This is her nose, and that's her cheek area. And it's always good to show your client in a side angle, because that's where you can really see the mask. You can see that's whiteheads. Those are whiteheads. See, all from her nose, sides of her cheeks. And as you can see here also, this is her chin. You can see that's all whiteheads, because whiteheads sometimes depend on the pore. The bigger the pore, you can see better. And remember her nose area, she had blackheads. That's why black and whiteheads. That's why you see these are much bigger. Okay, and so thanks for watching the peel away, and we offered our client a beautiful face in less than 10 minutes. Thank you.